Hello everyone, hallo ihr Lieben. Today I'm coming to you with the topic of, are your relationships driven by your mental saboteurs? And this is applicable to all our relationships, to our love relationships, to the relationships we have with colleagues, with friends, with our kids, with our parents. And if you haven't listened to my previous video about the mental saboteurs, then please go back and first get your introduction to these interesting guys that are self-sabotaging patterns that we all have. Every one of us has certain mental saboteurs who makes it more challenging than it should be in our work life, in our love life, in the plans and goals we have. So go back to the first video that I posted. Get yourself a nice introduction to this mental saboteur topic. And today I want to dive directly into the question, how do you know that your relationship is driven by saboteurs versus is flowing through your authentic self? And the answer is actually, how does it feel? Does your relationship feel like you constantly have to either push really hard to make the things happen, to get the things that you really need in a relationship, or on the other hand, to constantly self-control, to withdraw yourself, to keep your own needs and emotions under control or shut down in order to make a relationship work? So both of those are indicators that mental saboteurs are driving your current relationships. And as I explained in the previous videos, we have a set of individually mixed and matched saboteurs, each and every one. And depending on what your individual mix of saboteurs is, you will feel this in your relationship. So if you have a saboteur that is avoider saboteur, you will constantly feel that you have to keep yourself under control. You're not saying the things that you want to say because you feel that you will destroy harmony, that it wouldn't be good for the relationship. But the opposite is happening. If this is exaggerated and if your saboteurs are driving how you're behaving in your relationship, what you're doing or what you're not doing, you're not able to tap into the full potential of what could be in a relationship. Because a healthy conflict is so important for growing relationships. On the other hand, if you're a controller, if this is your predominant pattern, then you will constantly push in relationships. You will think, if I'm not doing it, if I'm not demanding it, if I'm not pushing it, it won't happen. And this is equally not healthy for development of any kind of relationship. So understanding that if you experience in your current relationship, work relationships, love relationships, an energy of constantly wanting to push and drive things, but an energy that isn't good, or an energy where you constantly have to self-control, which also doesn't feel good for yourself, then it's very likely that your saboteurs, your mental saboteurs, are quite noisy around the topic of relationship. And it's really worth having a look. Because if you know your saboteurs, if you pay attention to them, if you quiet them down, then your relationship is in a flow. Then you will feel a completely different energy. And that doesn't mean at all that you won't encounter obstacles, that there won't be arguments, that there won't be difficult times, not at all. But the energy around it is a different one. And you self will feel differently, because it will be easier, it will flow easier. And when you come to moments where it's getting challenging, you will have much more force, you will have more energy, and you will have a more objective view on what is currently happening in this situation. It won't be a view that is disturbed by your saboteurs. It will be really an objective, helpful view that helps you to understand what is happening there, and that helps you to find solution in relationships. So this was just a quick dive into saboteurs and relationships. If you want to know more, then please go to my website. Just click the link in the bio, or the link that I leave in this description, and just do your saboteur test. It's absolutely free. And it's so interesting to understand a little bit more about your own individual patterns. And once again, having mental saboteurs is nothing wrong, because we all have them. The only thing is, you really tap into your full potential once you uncover them, and once you start to work with them, incorporate this work of your mental saboteurs in your relationships and in your work life, in your aspirations, in building the dreams that you're currently trying to build in every aspect. It's so helpful. So go to the test, find out what is going on with you, and maybe if you feel an energy in your relationships right now that is not a good energy, that leaves you drained, that leaves you exhausted, then just have a look at what is happening through the lens of the results that you get from your saboteur test. With this, I'm wishing you a wonderful weekend. Enjoy diving deeper into understanding yourself a little bit better. It's so incredibly eye-opening, and I can just recommend it from the bottom of my heart, because I'm working with this training for myself now for many months, and it has shifted things for me incredibly. And I would really wish the same for you, that you experience so much more flow and joy and understanding of what is happening for you, and being able to drive the things and drive positively, and not push them with an exhausted energy or constantly try to hold yourself back. So I'm looking forward to seeing you next week again with another short saboteur topic, and till then, have a wonderful time.